Everybody, this is Ilana Michelson from optiontoheal.com, and this is just another wall in our house. I know we don't live in Jerusalem, but I decided I wanted to feel a little bit more like Jerusalem, so I put on Jerusalem Stone over here. In any case, what I want to talk to you today is about communication. Now, communication is a really important thing. And what do I mean by that? The nature of any communication is really dependent on what the other person hears and not what you meant to say. Because you can mean to say whatever you want, but if the other person understands something else, it's not going to really help. They're not going to do what you want them to do because they didn't understand you properly, which is why it's always a good thing to check in and see, did they actually understand what you wanted? Now, I have two friends who are married to people who are foreigners, meaning that they don't speak the same mother language, and they always ask their spouse when they say something, do you understand what I meant? Or can you explain to me exactly what you mean by that? Because they don't want to make any assumptions. And I think that when you both speak the same mother tongue and someone says something, very often the other person will make some sort of assumption, but that assumption might have no founding to it, might not. It's sort of like you're trying to mind read what the other person is saying when the person, you don't even know what the other person is really saying or meaning. You only think it is, but what you're really doing is saying what you think they mean based on your perspective and your filters. And I think that's where a lot of couples end up fighting, because instead of not making assumptions, instead of asking to be clear about what the other person meant, what they end up doing is just assuming that they understand, doing whatever they think is what the other person meant based with their filters, and that's where a lot of friction occurs. So check with your partner, check with your friend, check with your boss, check with anyone who you're talking with to make sure you understand correctly what the other person really wants, so that you'll both have the same idea of what that communication really meant. Hope you all have a great day, evening, night. Remember, my mission is to make every person in the world happy, 1% at a time, starting with me. And everything is always going my way, so I'm going to create it. Have a great weekend. Hi there, Chuck. If any of you have any questions, you can ask below or send it to my email, which I usually have above. And if you haven't yet given me a like, give me a like down below. I love getting the hearts, make me feel really loved. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to also give me a subscribe button, also bell notification, and have a great day, great weekend. I'm Ilana Michelson.